Hi YouTube, this is Jason again. Today I've got a set of 4-foot dual whips that are going to go on the razor. These are some LED whips that are made by WOWHIPS. They're a Chinese-based company, and I actually found them on Facebook on one of the razor groups on there, and contacted Rose and talked to her for a little bit, and she sent me a set out for review. So what you get with these, if you order the dual set, so you obviously get the whips. They come with flags on them with WOWHIPS logo. You can see a little QR code in there. They have a billet mount. Then you've got a little hex head screw or bolt, flat washer, lock washer, and a nut. And you've got the nice connectors there, the retaining pin that holds the whip in. It's got a little notch on the end there. Let's get it to focus. So again, there's the mount. You can see it's nice and sealed up on the end there. And there's the connector there. You'll also get 2 extensions. These are about 6 feet long a piece. You're going to need some terminals to get these together, depending on how you want to do that. For those of you that have seen my other video of the homemade whips that I made, you know I've got this wiring harness made, so I'm just going to make a plug that'll connect these together and splice them all into one so that they're on one power source. Quick overview in mine: it runs up the cage, then through the roll cage, down the A-pillar, and then to the accessory terminal in the front. That's the new radio I made. So I initially forgot to mention, these also come with RF controllers, which is nice because it's not infrared. You don't have to be pointed right at the controller. And they're built in at the bottom here. That's what's running down the middle is the RF receiver. So I got 2 remotes, so it's going to be nice to have a spare. And when I get these installed, they're all going to be ran on one circuit. So I've got the first whip installed. There's an idea of the height of it. So it is going to come up past the roof line a little bit. And to do this, I just took the billet mount here, same size hole as what that is, and then mounted it there. It's wide enough to cover the whole hole, so it's not gonna move around a whole lot there when this is moving around. And I took one of these oversized washers that I just had laying around the garage and sandwiched it up there, and then put the lock washer provided on and the 14mm nut to hold that and clamp it together on that plastic. Mounts up real nice, it's sturdy, and I don't think I'm gonna have to really worry about it hitting on, or breaking over, bending over, or anything. And I went ahead and used the back hole just because of this gap here. I put it in the front one initially, but I didn't want it coming up and banging up against the roof a lot. Figured that'd be kind of hard on this fiberglass rod. So, but you get a good amount of flex from it. Come back. Alright, so I've got both whips mounted in, and for demonstration purposes I'm just going to use my jump starter. I don't have the terminal connections right now to get them both on here, so I'm going to have to run to the store and get that to wire it up. But just for show, I want to show you what these will look like. And so I've got the RF remote. They're both on the power source. Like I said, the controller is actually down in there in the mount. Okay guys, the install on these whips is just about done. I just got the connectors in the mail today from Amazon, and by the connectors I mean for my wiring harness that runs up the frame. You can kind of see the wire loom there running down the side of it. Got a little breeze today, so you can see the flags blowing. It says WOWHIPS on them. I've got them on a kind of a fade pattern right now at the remote here. So I'm just going to go through and change the pattern on these a little bit. That's demo mode right there. There's again a fade white, fade cyan, fade yellow, lavender, blue, green, red, etc. So the remote, let's get that to focus a little bit. When you hit the mode up or down, that's what changes that, and then the speed, demo mode, and you can cycle through the colors. These are just some solid options, so green, white, blue. But you're not limited to these colors right here. When you cycle through the colors, you do get more options than what's shown there on the remote. So I still have the connectors in the bed, and you can see what I did was just took some butt connectors to the just a 12-volt female. This is the harness I was mentioning that runs up the roll cage, and then I have it wired into that rocker switch right there, the lighted whip rocker switch. So I can turn those off in the cab and on in the cab pretty quickly, and I can use the power on the remote, turn them on and off, but I just prefer to be able to access them in the cab without having to get the remote out. So here in just a minute I'm going to unplug this, run some big heat shrink over that. I'll probably actually electrical tape it first and then heat shrink it just to make sure everything seals up nice, and then I'm going to clean up these extensions here, and I'll probably actually get them underneath the plastic. Okay, here's the official finished product. Got it on that kind of blue color. I'll switch it over to the darker blue. So what I did was the two extensions are running up and then on top of the airbox, and my harness, again, it does not come with this harness, I made this. It's just a couple lengths of 16 gauge wire that go up through the roll cage, a pillar to the accessory terminal, and to the switch on a relay. The connections are in here. They're tucked back into there, and then the excess slack on those connections I just left right there. So everything is tucked up out of the way. There's a barrier there. There's actually a barrier, you know, in between these two, so it's not going to fall out onto the heat shield or anything like that. But this RF remote's nice because you don't have to be, you know, directly pointing at it to change the colors of anything. So that's cool. And then, like I said, I've got it on this switch here, this lighted whip switch. So I flip it, you know, on and off. If you guys have any questions on this, let me know. Comment. If you're on the forum, leave a post on there. Let me know what you think of them. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you on the next video. Thanks.